we are hoping that the poems and stories and readings that we have chosen will bring us together spiritually. Ella's Walk has been going on for over a dozen years, and Ella Stock, Zichrona Livracha, would be very proud to know that Solel has found a way to continue with the walk even on this very different kind of new year. Speaking of the new year, it reminds me of a story about a farmer who came in from a very rural location to the big city. He was dazzled by the lights, by the buildings, by the people, but he was most taken with the way people were dressed. He thought they looked so beautiful. So he decided to buy a suit so he too could look wonderful. Went into a department store and he ordered a suit. Came back a little while later to pick it up, went into a dressing room and put it on, and shouted in a very loud voice, "But it doesn't fit." Salesman came running in and looked at the farmer and said, excuse me, said, "Of course it doesn't fit. You have to take your old clothes off first." So too it is with us. We cannot have a new year, a new outlook, a new perspective, unless we take away our old perspective and our old outlook and find ways to make this new year more meaningful for us, better for us, and new for us too. I would like to thank everyone who has participated in the walk, all our readers, all our participants, our rabbis, Rabbi Pollock, Rabbi Englander, Rabbi Nemhauser, and of course, special thanks go to Joel Brown, without whose masterful talents we would not have this walk. So everyone, let's get our boots on, our shoes tied up, and let's walk.
Hi, everybody. Lishana Tova, Gemar Chatima Tova. I'm really happy to be able to join you on this Ella's Walk this year, which I normally wasn't able to do when I was leading services in the sanctuary. So I have a special story to share with you today, and it's from Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav. And I think it's quite apropos for these challenging times that we're going through right now. And here it is. Once, a great storm blew up throughout the world. The storm was so powerful that it overturned the whole world, changing the dry land into sea and the sea into dry land, the deserts into inhabited places, and vice versa. The storm wind blew through the king's palace. It picked up and carried off the princess's child. Amidst all the confusion, as the princess saw her child being carried away, she immediately gave chase, with the queen following after her and the king after the queen, till they were all separated and none knew where the others had gone. All of us, as I said, had gone to the various places that the king had revealed to us to renew our powers. And by the time that we returned, everyone had disappeared. The mysterious map was also lost. Since then, we have all been dispersed, and none of us have been able to ascend to our various places to renew our powers. For since the whole world has been overturned and confused, and all the continents mixed up, the sea into dry land, and so on, it is now impossible to go up using the previous paths. For now, we will have to go up using new paths according to the rearranging of the world. It seems to me this is the predicament in which we find ourselves now with the pandemic. Some things have just been overturned. Some things we're not sure will ever return back to the way they were before. It's as if, as Rabbi Nachman says, the old paths, many of them, have disappeared. But Rabbi Nachman ends on a note of hope, that where the old paths may now be unchartable, new paths will soon emerge, and we will be able to follow them. And in fact, part of the responsibility is for us to create some of those new paths and to discover others and to forge ahead into the future. So with that story and with that hope, I wish everyone a Gemar Chatima Tova and a wonderful and a creative new year.
There's a tradition in Judaism to include the recitation of Psalm 27, beginning at the start of the month of Elul, the month preceding the Yamim Noraim, the High Holy Days, and continue all the way through until the last day of Sukkot or Simchas Torah. And there's the verse 4 is particularly beautiful and has been composed as a song by many composers, but one in particular that I love and that I include in my daily prayers is by Paul Schoenfield. And the verse basically says, "One thing I ask of you, eternal, one thing I desire, that I might dwell in your house all the days of my life, to behold the graciousness of Adonai and to enter God's sanctuary." So at this time, I just think it's such a beautiful melody and a beautiful sentiment and an ancient wisdom that works, that enables us to think about dwelling in God's presence for all time, but especially at this time. And it goes like this. Achat sha'alti meit Adonai ota avakesh. Achat sha'alti meit Adonai ota avakesh. Shivti beveit Adonai kol yemei chayai. Lachazot benoam Adonai ulevaker behechalo. Lachazot benoam Adonai ulevaker behechalo. Shana Tova.
Caged Bird by Maya Angelou. The free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sink. The caged bird sings with fearful trill of the things unknown that long for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream, his wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sink. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but long for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom.
Hi, I'm Gail Feldman. Shana Tova, everybody, and Gemar Tov. The reading I'm going to give to you today is called Oriental Rugs. The author is unknown. Oriental rugs, which are found in many homes, are all woven by hand. Usually, there will be a group of people weaving a single rug together under the directions of an artist who issues instructions to the rest. He determines the choice of colors and the nature of the pattern. It often happens that one of the weavers inserts the wrong colored thread. The artist may have called for blue and instead black was used. If you examine an Oriental rug carefully, you may be able to detect such irregularities. What is significant about them is that they were not removed. The skillful artist just proceeded to weave them into the pattern. Here is a wise procedure that we can follow in life. We should like the pattern of our lives to be woven exclusively of bright colored threads. But every now and then, a dark thread steals into the fabric. If we are true artists of life, we can weave even this thread into the pattern and make it contribute its share to the beauty of the whole.
A poem by Rabbi Rachel Barenblatt, Shelter. Most years in Elul we say the king is in the field. God walks with us in the tall grass to hear our yearnings. This year Shekhinah shelters in place with us. With her we don't need to mask our fears or our despair. When we stay up too late reading the news again, or binge watch The Good Place, desperate for redemption, she does too. As we practice social distancing, we're not alone. She summons angels to encourage the scallions we regrow, just as they cheer on the maples releasing their helicopter seeds, compressed packages of hope for the eventual coming of spring.
Badger, and I'm going to read to you a poem called Look for the Blossom by J.L. The blossom will always grow, the seasons will always change, people come and go, their shadows are comforting and strange. The flowers will always bloom once the darkness subsides. When every corner is filled with gloom, remember the sun just hides. Brighter days will follow, earth will keep moving. Look for the brighter color, help lift the darkness looming. Breathe in the air around us, close your eyes for a minute's rest. Live life for those who guided us. For this moment it's just a test. You will get stronger, days will get longer, hope will flourish, memories to cherish. Shana Tova.
My name is Beverly Rothschild, and this poem for spiritual health is in memory of Ella. Be thankful that you don't already have everything you desire. If you did, what would there be to look forward to? Be thankful when you don't know everything, for it gives you the opportunity to learn. Be thankful for the difficult times. During those times, you grow. Be thankful for your limitations, because they give you opportunities for improvement. Be thankful for each new challenge, because it will build your character and strength. Be thankful for your mistakes. They will teach you valuable lessons. Be thankful when you're tired and weary, because it means you've made a difference.
I am delighted to be joining you for Ella's Walk, albeit virtually this year. And I wanted to share with you a very short reading from the Sefer HaAgadah, the Book of Legends. And the topic is Judgment and Judges, which I thought was particularly relevant as we enter the year 5871. Rabban Simeon ben Gamaliel said, "The world stands on three things, on truth, on justice, and on peace. As it is said in Zechariah 8:16, execute truth, justice, and peace within your gates." These three are interlinked. When justice is done, truth is achieved, and peace is established. And Rabban Simeon ben Gamaliel went on to say, "Make no mockery of justice, for it is one of the world's three pillars." How so? Because the sages have taught, the world stands on three things: on justice, on truth, and on peace. Take care not to subvert justice, for if you subvert justice, you shake the world, one of whose pillars is justice. Shana Tova, Gemar Tov, and may this be a good year for all of you with justice, peace, and truth.
Hello, I'm Marlene Tash, and I'm very pleased to participate in our beautiful Ella's Walk again, albeit virtually this year. Even in these difficult times, Solel finds a way for us to be together during the high holidays. We are a strong community, with a continuing active presence here in Mississauga that we enjoy and maintain, both for ourselves and for those who will come after us. So on this Yom Kippur, I'm going to read from the poem Nishmat by Marge Piercy. Nishmat is related to the words nishma and neshama, which mean our breath, our soul. Nishmat by Marge Piercy. Every day we find a new sky and a new earth with which we are trusted like a perfect toy. We are given the salty river of our blood, winding through us to remember the sea and our kindred under the waves, the hot pulsing that knocks in our throats, to consider our cousins in the grass and the trees, all bright scattered rivulets of life. We are given the wind within us, the breath to shape our words that steal time, that touch like hands and pierce like bullets, that waken truth and deceit, sorrow and pity and joy, that waste precious air in complaints, in lies, in floating traps for power on the dirty air. Yet holy breath still stretches our lungs to sing. We stand in the midst of the burning world, primed to burn with compassionate love and justice, to turn inward and find holy fire at the core, to turn outward and see the world that is all of one flesh with us. See under the trash, through the smog, the furry bee in the apple blossom, the trout leaping, the candles our ancestors lit for us. Fill us as the tide rustles into the reeds in the marsh. Fill us as the rushing water overflows the pitcher. Fill us as light fills a room with its dancing. Let the little quarrels of the bones and the snarling of the lesser appetites and the whining of the ego cease. Let silence still us, so you may show us your shining, and we can, out of that stillness, rise and praise. Thank you. I wish you Gemar Tov and all the very best for the new year.
Chen v'chesed v'racham תורת חיים, ואהבת חסד, וצדקה וברכה, ורחמים וחיים, ושלום.
Everyone can play. Rabbi Pesach Krom.
At a fundraising dinner for an American school that serves learning disabled children, the father of one of the students delivered a speech that would never be forgotten by all who attended. After extolling the school and its dedicated staff, he offered a question. When not interfered with by outside influences, everything nature does is double perfection. Yet my son Shai cannot learn things as other children do. He cannot understand things as other children do. Where is the natural order of things in my son? The audience was stilled by the query. The father continued, I believe that when a child like Shai, physically and mentally handicapped, comes into this world, an opportunity to realize the true human nature presents itself, and it comes in the way other people treat that child. Then he told the following story. Shai and his father had walked past a park where some boys Shai knew were playing baseball. Shai asked, do you think they'll let me play? Shai's father knew that most of the boys would not want someone like Shai on their team, but the father also understood that if his son were allowed to play, it would give him a much needed sense of belonging and some confidence to be accepted by others in spite of his handicaps. Shai's father approached one of the boys on the field and asked if Shai could play, not expecting much. The boy looked around for guidance and said, we're losing by 6 runs and the game is in the 8th inning. I guess he can be on our team and we'll try to put him into bat in the 9th inning.
Shai struggled over to the team's bench, put on a team shirt, and with a broad smile, his father had a small tear in his eye and warmth in his heart. The boy saw the father's joy at the son being accepted. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Shai's team scored a few runs, but was still behind by 3. In the top of the 9th inning, Shai put on a glove and played in right field. Even though no hits came his way, he was obviously ecstatic just to be in the game and on the field, grinning from ear to ear, as his father waved to him from the stands. In the bottom of the 9th inning, Shai's team scored again. Now with 2 outs and the bases loaded, the potential winning run was on base and Shai was scheduled to be up next at bat. At this juncture, do they let Shai bat and give away their chance to win the game? Surprisingly, Shai was given the bat. Everyone knew that a hit was all but impossible because Shai didn't even know how to hold the bat properly, much less connect with the bat. However, as Shai stepped up to the plate, the pitcher recognized the other team putting the winning aside for the moment. In Shai's life, moved in a few steps to lob the ball in a softly, so Shai could at least be able to connect. But the first pitch came and Shai swung clumsily and missed. The pitcher again took a few steps forward to toss the ball towards Shai. As the pitch came in, Shai swung at the ball and hit a slow ground ball right back to the pitcher. The game would now be over, but the pitcher picked up the soft grounder and could have easily thrown the ball to the first baseman. Shai would have been out and that would have been the end of the game.
Instead, the pitcher threw the ball right over the head of the first baseman, out of reach of all teammates. Everyone from the stands and both teams started yelling, Shai, run to first, run to first. Never in his life had Shai ever ran that far but made it to the first base. He scampered down the baseline, wide-eyed and startled. Everyone yelled, run to second, run to second. Catching his breath, Shai awkwardly ran towards second, gleaming and struggling to make it to second base. By the time Shai rounded towards second base, the right fielder had the ball, the smallest guy on their team, who had a chance to be the hero for his team, but for the first time. He could have thrown the ball to the second baseman for the tag, but he understood the pitcher's intentions, and he too intentionally threw the ball high and far over the third baseman's head. Shai ran toward third base deliriously as the runners ahead of him circled the bases towards home.
All were screaming, "Shy, Shy, Shy, all the way, Shy." Shy reached third base. The opposing shortstop ran to help him and turned him in the direction of the third base and shouted, "Run to third, Shy, run to third." As Shy rounded third, the boys from the team that were watching were on their feet and were screaming, "Shy, run home, Shy, run home." Stepped on the plate and was cheered as a hero who hit the grand slam and won the game for his team. "That day," said the father softly with tears now rolling down his eyes and his face, "the boys from both teams helped bring a piece of true love and humanity into the world. Shy didn't make it to another summer and died that winter, having never being the hero, making his father so happy, and coming home and seeing his mother tearfully embracing her little hero of the day."
Hello everyone, Shana Tova. My name is Lara Beauvais. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than sounds or words. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and when you cannot give me away, at least let me live on your eyes and not on your mind. You can love me the most by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. This is called Epitaph, and it's by Merritt Malloy.
Hello, my name is Shirley Evans. I have the pleasure of reading Rabbi Naomi Levy's personal prayers for times of joy, sadness, and struggle. Teach me always to believe in my power to return to life, to hope, and to you, God. No matter what pains I have endured, no matter how far I have strayed from you, give me the strength to resurrect my weary spirit. Revive me, God, so I can embrace life once more in joy, in passion, and in peace. Amen. When I feel tainted, God, remind me that I am holy. When I feel weak, teach me that I am strong. When I am shattered, assure me that I can heal. When I'm weary, renew my spirit. When I'm lost, show me that you are near. Amen. May God heal you, body and soul. May your pain cease. May your strength increase. May your fears be released. May blessings, love, and joy surround you. Amen. Shana Tova.
My name is Marilyn Block, and it gives me great honor to read this wonderful poem. It is called Powerful by Robert Longley. It may not be a measure of physical strength or size. Instead, it is an inner strength that shows within your eyes. So much determination, so much want and drive, a spirit of enjoyment that shows we are alive. You might not always see it, but it's there down deep inside. It just might take some coaching to bring forth that strength and pride. Each of us can be powerful. We have to know it true. To let free our power to do what we must do. And I thank you very much.
This piece is called Who by Fire by Leonard Cohen.
Who in the sunshine, who in
Hello, friends at Solel. This is Sam Foyer.
And Jeanette Foyer.
And we'd like to read for you the lyrics of a poem by Leonard Cohen. The poem is called Anthem.
The birds they sang at the break of day. Start again, I heard them say. Don't dwell on what has passed away or what is yet to be. Yea, the wars they will be fought again. The holy dove, she will be caught again. Bought and sold and bought again. The dove is never free. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in.
We asked for signs. The signs were sent. The birth betrayed, the marriage spent. Yea, the widowhood of every government. Signs for all to see. I can't run no more with that lawless crowd, while the killers in high places say their prayers out loud. But they've summoned up a thundercloud, and they're going to hear from me.
Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in.
Jeanette and I would like to wish all of our friends at Solel a happy and safe and healthy New Year.
And Shalom.
Bye for now.
For Grace by Alden Solovey. From this joyous soul, a new voice for ancient learnings. All I am, all I have, all I'll become are present in this moment. Warmth and breadth, love and compassion, silence and celebration. Everything here, all gifts present. What then, God of all being? What then of my choices? What will I make of the space between this breath and the next? Will I bring laughter and light, hope and faith, wonder and strength? Will I stand in humble service for all of my brothers and sisters? Maker of heaven and earth, grant us the wisdom to choose lives of grace, of vision and understanding, seeing each moment as a choice to bless our companions with strength and wisdom, with honor and respect. Blessed are the gentle moments of grace. I'm Faith Ellen, Shana Tova.
A meditation on Teshuvah by Jack Reimer. Now is the time for turning. The leaves are beginning to turn from green to red and orange. The birds are beginning to turn and are heading once more toward the south. The animals are beginning to turn to storing their food for the winter. For leaves, birds, and animals, turning comes instinctively. But for us, turning does not come so easily. It takes an act of will for us to make a turn. It means breaking with old habits. It means admitting that we have been wrong, and this is never easy. It means losing face. It means starting over again, and this is always painful. It means saying I'm sorry. It means recognizing that we have the ability to change. But these things are terribly hard to do. But unless we turn, we will be trapped forever in yesterday's ways. God, help us to turn from callousness to sensitivity, from hostility to love, from pettiness to purpose, from envy to contentment, from carelessness to discipline, from fear to faith. Turn us around, O God, and bring us back toward you. Revive our lives as at the beginning, and turn us toward each other, God, for in isolation there is no life.
A reflection by Ruth E. Bryn. When men were children, they thought of God as a father. When men were slaves, they thought of God as a master. When men were subjects, they thought of God as a king. But I am a woman, not a slave, not a subject, not a child who longs for God as father or mother. I might imagine God as teacher or friend, but those images, like king, master, father, and mother, are too small for me now. God is the force of motion and light in the universe. God is the strength of life on our planet. God is the power moving us to do good. God is the source of love springing up in us. God is far beyond that we can comprehend.
Hi, we're the Greenbergs. Gamar Chatima Tova. Hope you're having an easy fast.
We are so honored to be able to participate in Ella's walk in this virtual way.
We're going to be reading Blessed is the Earth by Richard S. Gilbert.
Blessed are the heavens, for they declare the power of creation. Blessed is the earth, our beloved home, for she is a planet of plenitude.
Blessed are the waters thereon, for they gave rise to living things. Blessed is the land, for it is the source of life abundant.
Blessed is the air we breathe, for it fires us to life and love. Blessed are the beasts of the field, for they are glorious to behold. Blessed are the birds of the air, for they carve a graceful arc in the sky. Blessed are the mountains and the seas and the valleys, for their variety makes rich our habitat.
Blessed are the fields of grain, the orchards of fruit, for they give sustenance, asking nothing in return. Blessed are the dwellers on earth, for they cherish the privilege of living upon it. Blessed are they who protect the earth and all her creatures, from the plants of the field to the trees of the forest, for their reward shall be harmony with the web of existence. Rejoice and be glad, for the earth and her people are one.
You are the one, for this I pray, that I may have the strength to be alone, to see the world, to stand among the trees and all the living things, that I may stand alone and offer prayers and talk to you. You are the one to whom I do belong. And I'll sing my soul to you and give you all that's in my heart. May all the foliage of the fields, all grasses, trees, and plants awaken at my coming, this I pray, and send their life into my words of prayer, so that my speech, my thoughts, and my prayers will be made whole, and through the spirit of all growing things, and we know that everything is one, because we know that everything is you. You are the one, for this I pray. I ask you, God, to hear my words that pour out from my heart. I stand before you, I like water, lift my hands to you in prayer, and grant me strength to stand alone. You are the one to whom I do belong, and I'll sing my soul to you and give you all that's in my heart. You are the one